Chapter 9. Boundaries, Permission, and Self-Protection. One of the most important lessons anyone engaged in healing work must learn is that openness without boundaries is not compassion. It is exposure. Sensitivity, when ungrounded, can easily turn into exhaustion, confusion, or entanglement. True healing requires clarity, not only about others, but about oneself. Permission is not a formality. It is foundational. Healing does not occur because we decide someone needs help. It occurs because awareness is invited. When permission is present, the individual's system participates. When it is not, even well-intended attention can feel intrusive. This is true whether healing is done in person or at a distance. Consent creates coherence. Without it, the field resists. Boundaries are not barriers to love. They are expressions of respect. Many people who feel drawn to healing are naturally empathic. They sense what others feel and respond instinctively. Without clear boundaries, this empathy can turn into absorption. Pain is taken on rather than witnessed. Emotional states are carried rather than observed. Over time, this leads to depletion rather than service. You are not meant to carry another person's pain. Healing does not require you to feel what someone else feels as your own. In fact, doing so often clouds perception. Clear awareness remains present without merging. It allows sensation to be noticed without being claimed. This distinction protects both the healer and the person receiving support. Learning how to turn awareness on and off is essential. Awareness is not meant to be open all the time. Just as the body needs rest, perception needs boundaries. When healing work is complete, attention must be released. Holding on to another's experience after the session ends keeps the system engaged unnecessarily. This is not dedication. It lacks closure. Clearing after healing is not a ritual. It is a return to self. Clearing occurs naturally when attention is withdrawn and the body is allowed to settle back into its own field. Breath deepens. Sensation normalizes. The nervous system resets. Nothing needs to be pushed away. Nothing needs to be cut or removed. Simply coming back to one's own presence is enough. Self-protection is not about defense. It is about grounding. When you are grounded in your own awareness, you are less likely to take on what is not yours. When you are centered, perception remains clear. Boundaries become effortless rather than enforced. This state is not rigid or closed. It is calm, receptive, and stable. This also protects the person receiving the healing. When a healer becomes entangled, the focus shifts. Healing becomes about the healer's experience rather than the individual's process. Clear boundaries keep attention where they belong. They allow the other person to remain sovereign in their own healing. Responsibility in healing is subtle. It is not about fixing, rescuing, or carrying. It is about offering presence without attachment. When permission is honored and boundaries are clear, healing unfolds without strain. The field responds naturally. Both people leave the interaction whole. Boundaries do not diminish compassion. They make it sustainable. When healing is approached with respect for autonomy, clarity of awareness, and care for oneself, it remains a sacred exchange rather than a draining obligation. This is how healing work continues over a lifetime, quietly, responsibly, and without harm. You do not protect yourself by closing your heart. You protect yourself by knowing where you end and another begins. From that place, healing remains clean, ethical, and deeply effective.